Yo, what's up, everybody? The Guys Podcast. Today, I have two amazing people with me. I got Omar Muhammad,
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
what up, bro? And then I got Tiffany. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I see you. All right, what's going on, bro? How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. How you doing, brother?
Chilling, bro. Hey, Tiff, how you feeling?
Amazing, wonderful. Took a couple weeks off to get
Oh,
my little R&R in,
that's
but I'm
good.
back.
We
Nice,
need to
nice.
step away, clear our mind, and get our thoughts together. So that's good. So as you know, I'm just gonna get right into it.
Yes,
First
sir.
topic. Um, why men should avoid getting into serious relationships, marrying uh, women who are overly friendly. I have my thoughts on it. I have my thoughts on why why men shouldn't do it. But this is what we're going to discuss today. Oh,
Yes, sir.
was, do you think that in today's time, women tend to be overly friendly, even though they have like a boyfriend or a husband?
Yeah, I see that a lot, right? Like I see women. I think we're in a in a day and age where a lot of people crave attention, right? Even in the slightest way. So even when the woman is out, she just wants to know that she looks good, right? Even if she doesn't have any malice intent. She wants to know that she looks good or she still has it or she can still attract men other than the man that she's with. So she may do little flirty things, say little flirty things or to flirt with a guy. But at the end of the day, it still makes the guy look bad. You know what I mean? We pride ourselves, at least most men pride themselves on their reputation and how they look to other men. And if your woman is flirting with other men, then it gives you a bad rap.
Okay, so do you think flirting and being friendly or overly friendly is the same thing, or
Yes,
is it
yes. I think being overly friendly comes off as flirting, right? Because once you're overly friendly, the first thought you have to think about it. The first thought that we think is she feeling me? Does she like me? Right? So if that's the first thought, then that means you're too friendly. But if a woman is just handling business and she's smiling or whatever, but not being overly friendly, then we know she doesn't like me. She's just a person that's having a conversation with me. But the minute you're overly friendly, overly means too much. So if you're too friendly, then that means you've crossed the line and you're flirting.
okay? But what if she's not overly friendly? What if she's just a friendly woman by nature? How would you like? How would you maneuver with that?
Um, I don't like my woman too friendly. I don't like my woman friendly. Period. Right? Like I'm not gonna hold you. I'm that kind of guy. I'm not saying be mean to everyone, but there's a barrier that you should have up. Still, you get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
hey, how you doing? Handle business. Goodbye. You know what I mean? It's you. More than that, anyone is gonna, especially men. We know this. We look for any opening, especially if a woman is attractive. We're looking for any
Yeah.
opening to say anything. So if we and they know that too. So the minute you're friendly to a guy, right? Even the slightest bit, we're taking it as she could get it. Well, I know.
That.
I think I got her. I could wear on her just a few more times, and I know I got it. You know what I'm saying? The way you did that is not showing any interest. Hi, bye, good, bye. That's it.
You know, too. Oh, and you know what's crazy? I'm glad you said that because as men, we know an unspoken truth is even if I don't go all the way with the young lady, just the fact that I think I could get her,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, yeah. Like you don't want to be in a room with a guy and that guy think he had a chance with your girl. If you're like
Exactly.
press a little bit more, if I would have just said a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? She's about to go.
That's
It's
a
go
hit for
time.
you. That's a hit.
Mhm.
That's a hit.
Imagine hearing somebody, imagine hearing a guy tell someone that you know, like, yo, I think if I pressed her, I could have, that hurts. You know what I mean? Nah, don't do me like that. Now I'm forced to let you go.
Facts. You don't want to be the joke in the locker room, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Tiff, what do you think about that? You heard what O just said, and you heard the question
Yeah. So
from
I
perspective.
think it's two part, and you guys, both of you hit on. Is it friendly or is it flirty? And is there a blurred line there?
Both start with a letter F. It's too much.
It's too much. Yeah, if it starts with an F and ends with a Y, it's too much.
Fucking, flirting, friendly.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I think it's an interesting position, and I can speak from that because I have been told, like, smile more and be more friendly. And then it's like, oh, well, you're smiling too much and you're being too friendly, right? And I think for women, it's a tightrope like thing where if you do come off too friendly at first, like you said, men can take that as an invitation. And so then women have to learn how to gauge their reactions in certain situations and environments, right? I may not um look in a guy's eyes longer than 3 seconds, right? Because if I do, then he thinks there's a connection going on, and then it's like, well, and so, or the hug, you can't like press up with the hug. It's got to be like 6 inches hug. There's so much that goes through a woman's mind when they're operating with men. And I've had overly friendly female friends where I'm like, girl, damn, like you just got the honey out all the time.
Right.
um and so I've seen that on females where even as a female, not even as a man, but as a female looking at an overly friendly, very flirtatious female, it's like, girl, you doing the most. Like, what you're overcompensating, or you're trying to put yourself out there like, yes, if you want to give me your number, I'm here. You don't
Exactly.
have to work for it, right? You don't have to guess. Does she like me? Was she looking at me a little bit longer? So I've seen both sides of it. And I had to balance that act in the different relationships that I've been in. Because like my ex-husband's personality is completely different from my current partner's personality, right?
What
And
way?
so
Could you dive deep into that?
yeah. So it's I think sometimes it's a respect thing. Let me put that out there. Number one thing is respect for your partner. If they are not okay with it, then you need to reevaluate yourself. Am I being too friendly? Is it coming off as flirty or disrespectful? I'm going to say that, number one. Second, then it also has to deal with that man. So, my current partner, he does not play. Like Omar said, I don't play. Like, I don't care.
That's right.
You're not gonna have me out here looking crazy. And I think it's just more so not on me. Like, I'm not gonna have my girl out here looking at me crazy, but I don't want other men thinking that they could possibly have a chance with my girl because she talks a lot, she's friendly, she's, you know what I mean, she can captivate a room when she walks in. And like, I trust my woman, but there's also, maybe you lingered a little too long in that conversation or in that handshake or hug or whatever. And I respect that because I would want my partner to change his behavior or analyze, am I too flirty? Am I talking, giving them little too many words in this conversation because my woman said I am. So I think it has a lot to do with one, like the person's personality. So my ex-husband, he was more reserved. Um, and I think because he was also a little bit flirty as well, it didn't bother him, right? Um, like we would literally, there were times we would go to the bar and like, he's looking at some guy trying to pick me up. I'm looking at some girl trying to pick him up, and we're both like cracking up laughing at each other, right?
Right.
That would never fly in this particular relationship that I'm in right
Shout out to
now.
the new guy.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm playing.
So I absolutely. So I think it's the dynamics of the person that you're with, and if you respect that person and yourself in that relationship.
Mm-hmm. What's very interesting? I wonder, would girls who behave how they behave, right, when we consider it being flirty or too friendly, would they do that shit if their husband was there, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I look at that like, don't behave any differently than you would have if he was right there.
That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
This shit, if he was there, it's cheating to me.
That is a
And
fact.
Right.
it's because I always say men and women cheat differently. Men were the hunters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we like someone, we go after, or at least we're expected to.
Mm-hmm.
Women and are never the hunters. Typically, they're not, right? Are there situations where women are aggressive? Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But I always say that women do things to make themselves available or easy to approach. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to notice little subtle things and check that shit early
Yeah.
because your girlfriend typically or your wife won't be the one putting herself out there approaching. Because even if she's single or not, women take a harder hit if they're turned down, if they're not received.
Right.
So their ego can't do being turned down.
Right.
So women don't typically go after; they make themselves available to be the one to be approached. So I think that men have to be very careful with that. The second thing is also too. I always say like, if she grins, then you win, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, even pimps will say this shit. If she stopped to listen to the game, then you got her.
You gotta. She opens that
Got her,
DM,
right?
it's over.
Yeah, like
Okay, the DM is one thing because she actually is like, you
tip.
know,
Women might go back and forth with a DM and say, "Oh, I was telling him no."
Yeah.
Like me, I'm the kind of guy. If you go back and forth, that's too much for me.
Too much.
Ignore them. Ignore them.
yeah,
But I think that women who tend to be in long-term relationships, they just need that outside validation to let themselves know that they still got it. Subconsciously, women need to know that other men find them attractive. But what's really happening is that she's really, really seeing how she fares in the data market, right? A lot of times, women might have a guy at home, the security at home,
Exactly.
but all this attention, right? Being receptive to all this attention, that's boosting her fucking ego,
That is a
right?
fact.
yeah,
That's crazy. Like, oh, talk about that, bro. As far as women behaving differently than they would have if their husband or their boyfriend was there, or not being, or just not understanding what to do while they're in a relationship. A lot of times, women might say, "Oh, I didn't know any better," or "I
Yeah.
didn't know that's."
Yeah, I think that's
Would you?
bullshit, right? When they say they don't know any better, I think that's bullshit. We all know exactly what we're doing, right? We've been around too long. Once you're out of high school, you can't pull that "I didn't know" bullshit. You know what I mean? We all know the ins and outs and what's really happening, what you're doing. You're trying to play naive to what's actually happening, or you're having you're rationalizing in your mind like to justify what you're actually doing. But the fact of the matter is, you know what you're doing. So I say this, right? Once you know your girl is leaving the door open for other men, right? You should know never to take her seriously after that. Even if you keep her around, you know that she cannot have that spot anymore because she's going to put you in danger. And when I say danger, it's just reputation wise, right? Let's say if you're going to pick her up from work or something like that. Now the guys that yeah, look at your face. You see what I'm saying? Now the guys that are just even having those conversations with her, once they see you, you're the laughing stock. We know what's in his mind. Oh, that's a man. He doing it, and she's still cheating. Oh, he's a sucker. We think all kind of things. So I think once you know she does that, or you see that she's that type of woman, you cannot take her seriously anymore. I don't care how much you love her. And I've been in love with women who have done that, right? But I know it can't go any further. And it may hurt me, but it can't go any further. I got to do what I got to do. You get what I'm saying?
So crazy. And women have whole work husbands at work, bro. And I've
Absolutely.
seen situations where guys go to pick their wife or their girlfriend up, and there's a fight because the work husband's so emotionally involved, and she's sending mixed signals and shit to the
Yes.
point that. So it could be dangerous not as just a laughing stock. It could be dangerous as far as confrontation. A
Absolutely.
nigga might think like he's like that's really his girl.
Yeah,
And
he's
he,
grilling you when you come up there, and you like, nah.
I see TikToks and shit, and just like on Instagram where guys come to pick their girl. Yo, bro, it's always at like a fucking a work plant, right? Like one of those Amazon, like Amazon warehouses and shit.
Yeah.
He got stabbed to death over a girl that he stabbed a guy over a girl that wasn't even his fucking work wife.
Think about that, because he's and this is what you have to understand. If they're spending that much time with him, 8 hours for the day, you're going to be emotionally invested no matter what. Like, even if you're trying not to put up, if you're trying to put up a barrier or you're trying not to cross that line, emotionally, you're talking to this person 8 hours of the day. You're seeing them, you're
Yeah.
smiling. Something is being built, regardless if you're trying to keep it. So he's gonna feel away. And don't get it twisted. Dudes have emotions, and a lot of these dudes are emotional, right?
Yeah.
So you're putting your boyfriend at risk or your husband at risk when you're dealing with these guys at the job, because now, and you're putting yourself at risk, because suppose he gets upset, you come in the next time, you have an argument, he smacks you, or you lose your job just from an argument at the
Mhm.
job over a work relationship. How are you going to explain that? So my thing is, I don't want, when you're at work, hi, bye. You get what I'm saying? But you have to also, and you can't control that. So you have to know the type of person that you're getting involved with. That's the only
Yeah.
way, right? And then you have to be able to trust even from there, because you're not with them. Because they could also just be showing you one thing, right? But
Facts.
you have to vet the type of woman that you're getting with in order to be able to trust them to go to work and know, like, most likely this is good business for me. You know what I mean?
And you know what's crazy? You know, being friendly leads to more conversations. More conversations lead to friendship, right? Then what happens when you and your girl are having problems? People need a person they can confide in,
Yeah.
right?
Outlet.
A woman might be having problems with her husband, personal shit, she go and she's pillow talking to the next nigga. And what happened also too, the scary thing that women need to be mindful of, it, say you start to get closer to this guy that you're being friendly with, and you guys build a friendship over time, right? And what happens is now, once the friendship starts to build up, then you leave the door open for other people gossiping about the relationship. And now the guy can even lie and say, yo, I, I smashed that. And
Exactly.
other people can say maybe he did because they're always talking together, they're always doing XYZ. So now you leave yourself open and vulnerable for lies, right, and rumors. So I think it's best for married women and women who are in committed relationships to be very mindful how they interact with the opposite sex.
Right.
And this is why I love religion so much. In certain religions like Islam, Muslim women are not allowed to even shake the hand of a man
That is a
that's
fact.
not their friend or that's not their husband.
That is a
You
fact.
can't even hug, and I respect that
Me too. I love it.
because because they're extreme. But I think making some things extreme can kind of help in not letting it get to a certain point.
Right. But I
And
wouldn't
I
even
definitely,
call it extreme, right? Because think about it. It's protection.
but just in modern time and how
Yeah.
the normal person maneuvers, right?
Right.
They will look at that like crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even Judaism, Jewish men are not allowed to like shake the hand of women.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. 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 It's just protection. You know what I mean? So they can look at it however they want, but it is what it is. I don't even like my girl hugging certain guys. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't, if it's not family, I don't want it. I just don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Because automatically, no matter how secure you are or you think you are, something in your mind is clicking automatically. Now I got to watch them. My antennas are up. So let's just avoid that and keep it pushing.
Now, is your girl friendly when this happens? Is she flirtatious or is it a greeting? Like we know the difference,
Right,
right?
right, right.
So you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I think that plays a big part because I feel like society has taught men that friendly female, like I'm friendly, a friendly female equals flirtation. I'm opening the door, the window for you.
right.
And it makes it really hard sometimes for women that are genuinely just like happy go lucky people that like to have conversations and smile while they talk.
Right.
It makes it hard for them because it comes across as, oh well, why are you smiling at him? And
Right.
it's like, I didn't even realize I was smiling.
Right.
Like, you know
Right,
what I
right.
mean? Are the men looking into it like way too deep?
Let me ask you a question. Bro. Imagine, and I'm not going to put you in, just the regular woman out there. Do you think that her friendliness will be the same as it would be if she was now attracted to the man? So you got to understand something too, right? A woman can be friendly to a guy that's not her type, just
Mhm.
because by default that's just who she is. Now, what if it's a guy who fits the exact kind of man that you would want to be with, right? Biologically, you're attracted to him.
Mm-hmm.
How far do you go, right? Like,
I mean, if we're not talking about going far, we're not talking about cheating, right? We're just talking about
just average women. We're
right,
talking,
right.
how does she handle interactions with a man she's attracted to?
Oh, I can tell you that from firsthand experience. You keep it simple as possible because we're humans. We have connections and vibes that, you know, it's just biological, right? Sometimes that power of attraction happens, and it's not because somebody wants it, is thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's not on their mind, but it's happened. You know what I mean? Where you're I don't know, at a meeting, at a after hours, lunch, work thing, you might come across a guy or a female that just happens to pique your interest, right? And it's more biological than it is mental.
Yeah.
But again, if that's not where your mind is.
But Tip, I say you gotta nip shit in the bud, because if you give a person a fucking inch, they'll take a mile, right? The more they're able to do and get away with, they'll go further and fucking further. I've heard girls say, "Oh, I accepted a drink at a club from a man. That's not cheating. That's fucking cheating to me."
Right.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because you know his intention. But
exactly, like,
I mean, I get free drinks all the time. That's more money I get to come home with. I didn't spend any money when I went out. But that's how my brain works, right? Like, no, I'm letting you guys in on like a female secret.
Yeah.
Right? If I save $1, 10, 20, maybe 50 that night, I'll take the free drink so that I don't have to. Like, I'm a cheapskate.
If a woman
gets a free, that comes at a cost.
Oh, you're all. Huh? If my girl gets a free drink, then she'll be a free woman.
Yes, that's right. because that comes at a cost, right? Because your intention is, I'm just saving money, but you know what his intention is. So you left the door open for him to continue to pursue you. So you shouldn't.
But that's why we are all adults, right? And men can control their actions and emotions just like any female can. So if I say, thank you so much, that's all for now, have a great night, and I go back to the VIP section and I don't pay you any mind at all, listen, take your losses. I didn't ask you to buy me the drink. You must have had the extra money to do it.
Okay, so I'll say this, Ted.
I think that's fine. I think that's okay behavior for a single woman, but I don't think that that's acceptable for a woman to.
That's in a relationship.
If she's married, yeah, or a relationship.
Yeah.
I
mean, fair enough. Now, granted, I haven't had a free drink in a while. All right, but I'm playing devil's advocate over here. Yeah. But I just wanted to let you guys know, like, women who take free drinks, their brain isn't always like, yeah, because I'm gonna give them some at the end of the night.
No, I know that, but you know his intention is to get some. Right? If you know his
sure, or at least to attempt, right? Maybe his pickup lines are real lame, and the only thing he has to offer is buying you a $12 drink, right? Like,
no,
he's shooting his shot,
no.
and you can shoot your shot verbally. Buying a $12 drink, I mean, that's not going to impress me. No. You can save your drink,
right?
For the next.
Then tell me no.
You know what I mean?
Let me save my drink, because you know and I know we're in this club, we're in this place. I'm buying you this drink. I'm here to meet women, right? As a man,
right,
I'm here to meet women. So if I'm here to meet a woman and I offer her a drink as a way to break the ice in a social interaction, you know my intention. If you allow me to continue in my pursuit of my intention, you're encouraging whatever it is that I want. You get what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So that's why I should just be shut down. For me, single or in a relationship. Because if you don't like that guy, because I'll say this, I'm not saying if you're attracted to the guy and you like that guy and you're single, fine, take the drink. I'm not saying nothing.
Right. Yeah.
But if you know you don't have any intention to allow this man to pursue you, or you don't like him, don't take the drink, because we know his intention. And these men, we hear it all the time. Men get upset, hit a girl because she took a drink. Why?
Yes.
Don't even put yourself in that position. You know what I mean?
So I was going to touch on that, where I have learned that I have to smile and wave, right? For my safety. It is so much easier. The guy, hey, Ma, you look good today. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, you taken? Yes, I'm married. Oh, your man's a lucky man. Oh, he better know what he has. Oh, he does. You know what I mean? But a lot of women have to carry that conversation just like that. You know why? Because the flip side of rejecting an unstable man, right? Because we don't know if he's stable or not. But there's a flip side of being like, nigga, get on my face, right?
No, you don't
Like,
do that. That's not
I'm not
respectful.
interested. Like, what? But so much so, right? Like, I'm good. You, whatever version of
Right.
leave me the hell alone,
Okay.
right? We know that as women, we have to protect ourselves, and so I would never. On the outside, that might look flirty. That whole little skit that I just did. Oh, thank you. I know. You know what I mean? That might seem flirty, but you have to understand that that is also like what's the word I'm looking for? It is a safety mechanism,
So taking a drink is a safety
right?
mechanism
So
too?
like you get in the car. Okay, so I was playing devil's
Yeah, you
advocate with
going
the
far. You
drink.
going left. Let's get it back.
Well, I'm just saying what women have, right? And have no intention on talking to the guy, giving him some
Any guidance. But see, here's the thing too, though. A lot of times, most men are suckers and simps, especially when it comes to women. Most men are not scared to put boundaries. Most men don't have self respect. So a lot of times, unfortunately, we're getting women when they have already got away with a bunch of things that they've gotten away with in previous relationships.
Right.
So when they get a man who has standards and boundaries, to her it might seem firm, right? But she just needs to adhere to that guidance
Right.
absolutely.
because women tend to be impressionable. I'm sorry, they're easily impressed. They tend to listen to their girlfriends. They might be in a situation where they're hanging around other women who's friendly and accepting drinks, and just by you being there too, you'll be viewed a certain kind of way. So a lot of women come with bad habits. So a lot of women might think that accepting a drink while you have a man is okay, but it's about how receptive she is to the information once you give it to her,
Right.
and
Hmm.
how much she's willing to learn,
Right.
and be the kind of woman that you want in your life, right? So it's like, and I think too, a lot of times, like I remember this girl that I work with. I went to shake her hand because she did something, really like she looked out for me at work one time. I think one of the patients. I went to shake her hand and she was like, "No, I don't shake men's hands." That right there
Respect.
puts a lot of respect on her. Right,
Hmm.
man, you're like, damn, she's not even. And I wasn't even thinking like that, but even if I was, she nipped that shit in the butt. Like, don't even think like that.
Yep.
I
And
I
um,
think that a lot of women are, it's an age group and a mindset, right? Because if you're immature mentally, you could be 40, 50 years old, right? So I'm going to say it's a mindset and an age. It takes both men and women, maybe until their 30s, a little bit further, to actually feel comfortable in their skin, right? To actually like stand up or speak up for themselves in certain situations and in certain ways. So, like, I don't shake hands either, right? I will go like this. If somebody puts their hand out, I'll be like, thank you so much, or I'll do the pound, or I'll just hold my hands like this because I don't, it's a germ thing for me. I don't know what type of energy or spirit you have on you either, and I don't want them jumping on me. So I'm yeah, like, and we all have our reasons why one person, she doesn't shake a man's hand because she doesn't find it acceptable or maybe disrespectful, right? I don't shake hands because I don't know what your energy is, and I don't know if you like didn't wash your hands after you came out the bathroom, right? So we all have like different reasons why. But I think it takes some time and adjustment of learning how to deal with the opposite sex too, right? Because I mean, I used to shake
Right.
hands. I thought it was a sign of respect. And growing up, they taught you how to shake your hand. I know in my school it was like, you look at their eyes, firm handshake, it was to like, show assertiveness and, power, right? But not so much nowadays, and especially not so much for certain women of certain cultures and backgrounds as well. So, not struggling, but seeing that, what, I don't have to shake hands
Right.
to come off assertive or professional, or you know what I mean? And I can do it my way and still, have, that same power in the room. So moving from so-called societal standards of that's what you do, you shake hands and you eye contact and whatnot. And a lot of times, in professional settings, as I've gotten older, have put more boundaries around professional settings. And again, I'm gonna have to bring up my partner now. He's from a different, just different all the way around, and I love it because I'm still with him, right? But I remember we were dating. I was campaigning, I was running, and I had took a picture of where I was, and I live in the woods in South Jersey, and we're all meeting at this lake house. But it's a bunch of older white men. Like I'm the only there was probably one white woman, but I'm the only black young woman there. And I just sent him a picture, not even thinking, and he was like, "Oh, what? You're about to get lynched and raped, and like, where are you? Send me your location." And I was like, "Bro, I know these people. Like, these people know my parents. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm in a good. Like, I'm comfortable." But I had to respect the fact that he was not comfortable with me being in that setting, maybe in that place, right? It wasn't like we were at TGI Fridays or something like that, right? We're like at a lake house in the woods at night. But I had to respect that, even though it wasn't something that was initially like on my mind, like, oh, I can't meet there because my partner, I don't know what my partner at that time didn't accept or did not accept. So you also have to allow your partners to you have to allow them that grace, right? To say, you know what, you're right. I respect you enough to, you know what, if this is where we meet all the time, I'm gonna let you know the next time so you can come with. And then he started coming with me. Like he would sit in the car or like stand outside the car, but he would come after that because I'm like, this is how it goes down. These, you know what I mean? And there are so many different other things like lunch dates.
Right.
In my world, we go to lunch dates or maybe I don't want to say lunch dates, but business lunch
This is
meetings,
why you
or
don't deal with
we
women
go
in
to
certain
dinner.
professions, right?
That's right.
But go ahead. I'm teasing, but I'm serious.
Right, or we catch an early dinner. Hey, after work, let's go to dinner. We can hammer out the details of this contract, blah 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 blah. And my partner was like, "The hell, you're not going to lunch with niggas. Like, I'm not having them take my bitch out. Excuse my French. Like." And I'm like, "But like, it's business. Like that's where business happens. It
Word.
happens for
Tip.
food.
Nah, Tip. That shit is too blurred. That's one,
Right.
right?
Right,
Two.
right.
When you give a woman the ultimate, like when you give her that ultimate, that marriage label, you're paying full price.
Facts.
But see, the problem a lot of times women they tend to want to have the security of marriage while still fucking acting single. And remember, men and women are different. Men are direct, women are indirect. So a woman will never do anything direct. A woman like to fucking play in the gray
Right.
area, act like I don't know how we got here. Because single women, before they're like, oh my god, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Women are not fucking
It keeps
direct.
happening.
Women play the whole know what's going on when it's beneficial to them. But when they don't like somebody, it's what the fuck are you doing,
Facts.
right?
Mhm.
That's number two. Back in the day, there used to be a time where even if you had a question for a woman, you would ask the fucking husband because she's spoken for.
Facts.
Back in the day, there was a certain thing that we used to say, she's spoken
Yes,
for.
sir.
I don't have if I go to Omar's house or
Well,
no, that's real shit. You don't ask a man's wife any fucking thing. You go to
mhm,
the man
Facts.
and you ask him, right?
right.
Because he's responsible for you. He's responsible. God forbid if something would have happened to you at the lake house, right? He doesn't know where you are. He doesn't know who the fuck you're with. He doesn't
Mhm.
know. You should have your location on, honestly.
Right.
Well, we had just started dating. It was very early on, so we didn't have locations at that
What I'm
time.
saying is that like
You don't
we
get that access to me just yet.
as a man, this is how I look at it. I don't have to wife you, but you ask for the relationship, right? Because most women, they're the ones that push for the relationship. Men, we're just happy, just having fun hanging out. But if we see something in you and we take that on as a new responsibility, we're responsible for you.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, we're responsible for your safety. You're not responsible for our safety and our well being.
Right.
Like we're the leaders, right? So back in the day, like I said, it was a term. She's spoken for. That means that back in it was considered disrespect, even if you were having fucking casual conversation. I don't even want honestly. You could call it whatever you want to call it, but I don't even want my women having casual conversations with
Facts.
men.
Mhm.
It's not necessary.
And we
Like
know.
if he needs to ask
So what professions do you stay away
But
from?
no, we don't.
That's-
No, that's what, as a man, Tiff. As a man, you don't even want your woman working. You
Facts.
want her to be able to just stay home and be a wife and
Right.
mom. This is why in certain countries, men and women don't mix because a man and a woman is just not a lot. A lot of things can come out of that. You leave the door open for too many
Facts.
things.
Mhm.
He comes in a room with their shit out, about to have sex. It starts from a conversation. It starts from a, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Oh,
Mhm.
so she's not. Hi. Oh, where you from? Ba ba ba. It starts from somewhere.
Right.
So married women should open the door for introductions other than work related.
Exactly.
And if you can help it, you really want your woman focusing on being a wife and being a
Facts.
mom. Right? More so than going to work, having drinks and dinners and closing deals. That's all masculine shit.
Facts.
Fuck you want your girl like that for?
Facts. And I'll say this too, right?
Nothing wrong with that, right? She's not for me.
That is a fact. I'll say this too.
Omar, did
Yeah, I'll say this too, right? Because
go
it's something
ahead.
that came up twice and you brought it up again. But this is why boundaries are important, right? Because I work nightlife, right? And it furthers the point that Muhammad said earlier. I work nightlife. And when you come in, you work with everybody for a certain amount of time. Everybody gives hugs, daps, or whatever. There were two girls there though that never gave me hugs, right? One would just go like this, give me a dap, and I respected it. And then another one, me and her got so cool because she doesn't hug. We just came up with a handshake. I'm like two up top. And then it's always love. But what I knew was this too. This is how it was protection for her. I knew if somebody was doing something to her or she did get into an interaction with something, I knew to jump to her aid ASAP because she's not the type to interact with men like that. So she already just
Mhm.
built up a community without even having to try. You get me? Because she set boundaries. Now other men are looking out for you because we know she's not that type of girl. So I think once you
Mhm.
carry yourself in a certain kind of way and you're a woman and you don't do certain kind of things, you automatically set up the protection not only for yourself but for other people to look out for you and protect you. But the other girls who were hugging and all of that, and I knew that anytime I saw them talking, it was just oh. So something could happen with them that I'm not really reading, and then I turn around and I come back and it's a whole ordeal. You get what I'm saying? So it's best to always
Yep.
just set up boundaries and don't even open the door. You know what I mean? But as far
Mhm.
as the jobs,
And
nurses, flight attendants, cops, military, any law enforcement, anything, Amazon workers, anywhere where they're interacting with men too tough, I don't like it. I don't like it.
because we don't have to give the security of the protection and provisioning,
Facts.
right? Like we don't do like why would we spend that on a woman that's making herself available? Even if consciously she doesn't think she's making herself, other men think she's
Make the other, and
available,
my mindset is make
and
the
then
other guy do it then. Why should I be doing it? Let him
facts.
call him for it.
And you don't have to make a scene. You don't have
Of
to
course
get
not.
loud. You just respectfully just alleviate yourself
Right.
from it.
I think that you guys are you both of you make extremely well points. And I agree with about 85% of what you're saying.
90, say
So we're
95,
like
Tiff. Say
almost
95. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
87.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
But I think now, especially in like today's world, women are more assertive, right? Women do have jobs that place them either in C-suite positions, male-dominated professions, like you said, let's say the military or law enforcement, for instance. Even being a lawyer, you don't know who your clients are, right? Like you're not just a lawyer for females or just men or the case may be. So I think that it has something to do with like you as individuals, right? Are you working on yourself to know that like this woman would never, my wife, my girl would never. She's
Sorry,
professional.
it's
She,
not about. But
you know,
sorry, Coach, it's not about us thinking she will actually cheat. It's I don't want her in any type of position to be compromised. It's like right? When I say, "Oh, I don't date women that go to bars and clubs
But
and
that
churches."
sounds
Well, hold on.
like insecurity.
No, no. You know what's okay? So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's more secure? A man telling you what his boundaries are and willing to walk away if his boundaries are not met, or a man being disrespected and still standing? I think the man who's willing to walk away when his boundaries are not met is way more secure than the man willing to take
Oh,
things.
absolutely. Absolutely. Like, let me know where you stand. If you don't, I'm the same way. Listen, this is what I'll do. I'm not going to do. If you don't like it, then there's another.
No, because I think that a lot of times women tend to use the word insecurity. They overly use that word when their actions or behaviors are being met with resistance. That's a woman. That's like a word that women. You're insecure. No, I have respect and boundaries. And here's the thing too. There's nothing insecure about a man not wanting his woman in a place where men go to pick up women. There's nothing insecure.
No,
Okay,
no,
one
no. Go
second.
ahead. Say your thing. Finish what you're saying there.
That it's not about insecure, right? Um, a man's very secure when he's letting you know up front. This is what I'm not willing to tolerate. You could take it or leave it. I,
Mm-hmm.
more men operate opposite in the opposite way, whereas that they're being disrespected. There's small little things happening, and they're still staying, and they're not being able to walk away. I think the most secure man is the man that's able to walk away, not yell, not scream, not be reactive,
Yeah.
stand firm on what you believe
Right.
in. No, no man wants their woman out and about being
Right.
available
And
at
I'll
all.
also say this, right? Because we live in a so-called Christian country, right? So if you say
Mm.
that men are insecure, you would have to say God is insecure, because it says thy God is a jealous God, right? He's letting you know off the rip. Then two, even in the Lord's prayer, right? And I don't hate to go here, but this is just furthering the point, right? It says, lead us not into temptation. So if you're asking God not to lead you into temptation, why would you put yourself in a position where you're going to be tempted or possibly could be tempted by other men or lead other men to think that they can have access to you? So if God's jealous and I'm jealous, I'll take that because that's good company. You get what I'm saying?
All right. All right. I like that. I like that. All right. So let me hit you with
Yep.
this.
That's
The
a bar.
majority of men can't quote one line from the Bible. Their lives are not aligned with the basic instructions before leaving earth. They couldn't tell you who the Son, the Father, or the Holy Ghost was,
Mhm.
right? So I understand what you're saying and I respect it because I love a man of God that knows his religion and follows what is outlined
Right.
for us. I
Mhm.
respect it. A lot of these men are not
But I would
of
say
that,
this though, right?
right?
Oh, I'm sorry. You
So,
still going. I'm sorry. You
mhm.
still going.
But- so I'm gonna say that there's a fine line in your minds of a woman being overly friendly or flirtatious and it equaling, hey, I'm available, right? Opposed to just in general, a woman can be 100% loyal and committed to their relationship, but it's just the fact of that behavior is just not becoming. It doesn't mean that she's trying to cheat or being tempted. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to say this, more men have a problem with temptation than women, right? Because I could be tempted all day, right? I know, like, and it, okay, good for you. And so I have a life, I have a reputation, I got a job, so you're not going to tempt me to do anything that is not aligned with my
But
religion and what I want. Where a lot of men get tempted because a pretty girl smiled at them and their woohoo went up and they're like, let me listen to that head instead of this head, and then they screw up their lives, right? So I'm not gonna let y'all dog out women like this. That like we're and
uh,
a guy buys us a drink and gives us a Billy D. Williams smile, and we all
Do it at your own risk, Tiff. Do
oh
it at
my
your own risk.
god, that's been new. That don't happen.
But Tiff, see, but this what you said is very important, Tiff, and I would like to address. I like to address that. So for one, like I said earlier, men and women cheat differently. So women, and you know, so funny. What I've noticed about female nature is that for a woman to feel accomplished and fulfilled outside of her relationship, she doesn't have to have actual sex. To a see, women are more in their head. They're more like sex is more, but like it's about the lead up, the mental aspect of it. Men, we're more physical.
Mm-hmm.
We don't feel accomplished, like mission not accomplished, unless we execute and have sex with you.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to not have to even go that far. Just because she got a hug from a guy with a nice body is good enough for her. She can go home with a smile. So I would argue a man's version of sex is a woman's version of a nice, fulfilling conversation that a husband's not giving her. So that's why I told you, men and women are different. I don't play the bullshit. I don't deal with women how I deal with like how I look at myself and how I operate. Men and women are different. This is why women. This is why they had to add storylines into porn, because men, we go for the porn, the action.
Right, we just visual.
Women
Right.
need the fucking storyline. Women need the romance. You don't give a fuck about that. So women are cheating without getting fucked. They're cheating because they took a coffee from the guy that's cute. They got a hug from the guy from finance, right? They were able to just sit down and have a conversation, and the conversation didn't go too far, but it went just far enough to make her go home with a smile on her fucking face, right? So now, like I said, before you touch a girl's body, you gotta touch her fucking mind first. So girls emotional cheat. Men, we physically cheat. So it's not the same. So that's why I'm not cool with friendly women. Here's the thing too. You never know what's too far until it's too far. Like
you know what? No, you do. I'm gonna say you do, right? Because
Tiff, y'all don't play in the gray, Tiff? Come on.
no, but listen, no. I'm saying you in general. Like, for instance, that example that I gave when I had first started talking to my partner, and I'm just sending him a picture, like, this is what I'm doing. He knew immediately. He didn't bite his tongue, right? He didn't sit on it. He wasn't like, is it appropriate? I don't know. Can I say something? He was like, nah, the hell is going on? Like, no. You know what I mean? And so, we men and women know when something doesn't feel right or they feel disrespected.
Here's the scary shit about that is that you would never know what's in your girl's head. She might fucking like the guy all along, right, Tiff?
Sure.
Right? So you can't trust a woman to tell you it's okay or I'm not going too far, because women take it too far here's the problem. Most men don't understand a woman's nature. First of all, I never listen to what a woman says. I watch what she does.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, I'll give you an example. A woman might say shit like, I want a nice guy who gives flowers, writes poetry. But she'll leave out, I have to be fucking physically attracted to you first before I like the poetry and flowers from you. Women always leave pieces out because they don't even fucking know themselves. Case in point, a woman could be ready to sleep with you, but she doesn't want you to think that you're going to sleep with her. She wants you to think it's fucking magical. This is why it's fucking great.
I've never done this before.
Like, listen, right? Or they'll be getting kissed and touched, and they like it, and they're like, "What are you doing? How the fuck did we get here?"
You know exactly how we
like to play in that.
Right.
To play in that gray in case if something does happen, they can say, "Oh shit,
it just happened."
And when you deal, when you deal with enough women, you understand because you're the guy on the other fucking side.
Right.
That your girl told you, babe, don't worry, he's just Omar. like, and here's the thing.
And you know what? I think that
don't worry about him. He's gay. Come on, get out of here. Yeah,
he's gay. He's gay.
Yeah, that's the famous one.
That's a good one.
Babe,
hey, listen.
He's like black woman.
Yep.
You guys be lying. Yo, you guys be lying your fucking ass off.
And no. Anyway. So I'm gonna touch on something you said, Muhammad.
He's gonna teach me how to squat.
If a woman is in a committed relationship, right? Like truly, there has to be something wrong. There has to be something wrong at home for them to even open up, because it is like
things happen. But Tiff, if you ask any old couple, I work in a hospital, right? I'm a healthcare a provider. And when you ask any old couple that's been together for 30, 40, 50, whatever years, they go through the same things that other couples went through that caused the breakups.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you ask Kobe Bryant, what's the secret? It's no secret. I do the shit that you weren't willing to do. People want things to be a secret so they can have an excuse not to do it, right? So when you hear an old couple tell you what kept them together, it's the same shit that broke you and your wife up. It's no different.
Mm-hmm.
Saying there will be fucking problems in a relationship.
Yeah.
You even hate your husband some days, but that's the perfect time when the 6'3" dude in finance.
I don't know. Maybe the universe is saying kick
And
that
that's
bum
exactly
to
what
the
y'all tell
curb because it's
yourself.
not doing.
That's exactly what y'all tell yourself.
I'm just saying. I'm just devil's advocate here. Devil's advocate.
Women go through ebbs and flows in a relationship, right?
Absolutely.
So they need that Yo, why do you think that most of the fucking movies are about cheating? Titanic. All of these top selling movies that we, cheer for women, it's women cheating and not being dutiful in their relationship. Look at Rose and the fucking guy. She was cheating on.
Boy.
She wasn't in love with that guy. It was a setup. It was an arranged. She didn't care about him. She was not in love with him.
You just met this guy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Movies though, women are.
Listen, I don't care. She was in love. She was in love with.
It's not about love. It's not about the love.
Leonardo DiCaprio. For women are feelers, right? We're emotional. No, but I'm saying though, but that's why there was no emotional attachment to the guy that she was engaged to. She was in love with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's the difference, right? And we've talked about this before, whereas you said men will cheat when everything is great in their relationship. Women cheat when everything is after the guy fucked up the relationship by cheating because everything was great and he was like, oh, let me cheat now because
but
what else is there to do? Let me get a hobby. You know what I mean? And so because of that, now the woman is open emotionally, mentally, right? Because
why didn't she leave?
Something effed up.
So why didn't she leave then? Yeah,
why didn't she
leave? She was so fed up and so tired of it.
I don't know. Maybe the kids, money, trying to make everything work. You know what I mean?
She doesn't. Guys slip in. You're gonna let a Jack Dawson slip in.
True. You don't want to be a statistic. I don't know. There's so many reasons.
It's crazy.
But I'm just saying that no, if we want to be fair, if we're going to talk about the women, stepping out in that particular scenario, we also have to talk about how women are also wired. And if a woman, I need mental stimulation, right? I need to have like thoughtful, engaging, very provocative, provoking conversation. Like that is just something that like I like to talk, right? And I like to hear opinions.
But Tiff, when the guy's not giving you that in a relationship, the guy that's giving you that, say if he was to just break up with your husband because he's so busy taking care of his work and business and he's paying, you think after a while the guy that's just fucking the girl on the side is not going to get boring to her too, and then she's going to seek it from another guy, right? Every guy's going to be what you want him to be when he's trying to smash, right? So that, and I understand this. Women are loyal to their emotions. Women are not loyal to you or anybody. They're loyal to how they feel. A woman's feelings come before anything, right? So this is why I'm saying to you, men have to have leverage in a relationship, and the only thing that's going to keep a woman in check is you being willing to you first of all being better than her in every way, right? You letting her know indirectly, I could fucking replace you if you act up.
Okay, that's crazy. Cause nigga, you can leave. Cause if you gotta come at me like that, like you're replaceable.
He's not saying he's gonna say that.
No, but the attitude, right? That
let me tell you, Tiff, I don't mean directly, like verbally telling her I can fucking get other girls. No. Seeing how other people, your social circle. Women know when they're the prize and when they're not the prize. A woman who's happy to be with a man because she thinks she's lucky acts totally different than a woman who's with a man who thinks that she's doing him a fucking favor, right? So that's why I say, and this is from another topic, I believe in leverage over love. And when a man cheats, Tiff, the difference between when a man cheats and with a woman cheating is this, right? I don't advocate for either. But what I'm saying is this, though. A man doesn't need to be emotionally connected to cheat.
Right.
A man can cheat and not lose an ounce of respect for his woman.
Mm-hmm.
Is it right? If you have that arrangement, biologically, it is right. That's another topic. Biologically, men and women are built different, so it's fine. But if you told your woman you're not and you are, you're a liar and it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Men should just be honest and say, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, take it or leave it. That's another topic. But a woman can't fuck another man and love her
Facts.
husband the same.
I get you. So what you're saying, wait. Let me break it down for the audience, right?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that a man cheating is equal to a woman having that deep intellectual conversation over dinner with a guy.
Yeah, so here's my thing, right?
But then we even.
Wait, you know how men cheat? No.
At that point, yeah, go ahead.
Let me break it down. So let me break it down on the differences and when you know there's a problem. As a woman, a man fucking another girl is not when you're in trouble. A man not protecting you in the street anymore, a man not being willing to die for you is when you're in trouble. I always ask women this. I say 2 scenarios. You have one guy, he fucks other bitches, but he still pays all the rent. He's willing to break a nigga's jaw in the street over your honor, right? But he fucks other bitches. Or would you accept the man that doesn't fuck other women, but he doesn't provide provision for you, and he doesn't protect you just like with his life? What might hurt more? I don't know. But I'm telling you, as a man, once a man stops doing the protecting, the provisioning for you, that's how we cheat. That's how you know we're done with you. When a woman fucks another man, that's how you know she's done for you. I'm sorry, that she's done with you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand, men and women don't look for the same things in each other.
Right,
Men
right.
protection, provision, and security, right? We look for peace. We look for nurturing. We look for a woman who's going to raise our kids, who's going to build a home, right? Manage the home, who's going to be a helpmate, right? So a man is, I'm not saying is right, but a man is capable of having sex with other women and still loving his wife the same. Women are not capable of fucking other men and loving their husbands the same. In order for a woman to get to the point to where that she's receptive physically to another man, the respect is gone. And a woman can't love you if she doesn't respect you first.
Absolutely.
But a woman can cheat on you and do things that's unbecoming for a woman in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll have love for you, but the respect is not there.
Mm-hmm.
So I always say, I don't give a fuck if my woman loves me. I want her to respect
because that's
me.
love for us.
Yeah.
The respect.
That's love to
is
us.
love.
Look, I don't need love either. Respect me. Respect me. Don't cheat on me and respect me. We'll be together forever.
Here's the thing. I'm willing to debate and articulate my controversial points about men cheating and stepping out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to debate it on every front. Can't fuck with me when it comes to this at all. And here's the thing. And you know what's so scary about this whole shit? And I'm gonna tell you something, and Tiff, and I'm gonna leave it at this. When a woman doesn't truly believe you're the best she can do, any restriction you put on her seems like prison. But woman is with a man that she knows this is my end all be all. He's the best I can get. Every restriction seems like freedom.
Or she just doesn't even mind.
Right? Listen, when a woman is with a man that, when a woman's with a man she loves, admires, and respects, she doesn't give a fuck about the attention. She doesn't give a fuck about the Instagram. She doesn't give a fuck about free drinks. The reason why she acts like that should tell you something, bro. She doesn't like you like that, bro. And she's subconsciously leaving doors open to replace you. That's a fact.
I have to agree.
It's just like a man that says he loves you, but he doesn't walk on the outside of the street.
Right.
He's not on high alert and able to allow you to turn your brain off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you fucking know, damn, he doesn't take initiative to do certain things. He doesn't like you like that.
Yeah.
The same thing with the woman. Bro, you don't have to tell her anything. She's going to be asking you, babe, does this dress look okay?
Mm-hmm.
The woman respects a man. She's coming to you, babe. Do you think it's okay if I go with my friends? Babe, do you mind? This is my second drink. Can you come pick me up? Or I don't even want to drink anymore without you present, babe. Babe, she be doing shit to make you feel comfortable because you know what it is? Women who truly love men, they're scared to lose them. So it's like having a coach that's world renowned. He puts you in the game. you're gonna be looking at him, coach, did I do this right? Did I do it? In the beginning until you understand his playing style. So women, in order to keep a woman, bro, she has to be scared to fucking lose you.
I agree with you
I knew it was
98%.
coming. I knew it was coming.
And now it's like,
98%. She's not scared. She feels safe.
no, when I say scared, I mean,
She's
okay.
not scared to lose you. She literally has found her yin to her yang.
Let me just, so when I say scared, I mean, when you're a man that's non-reactive, you talk soft and carry a big stick, you say things one time, she knows she can't read if you're angry or disappointed based upon your tone. You're quiet and strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, I came home. I'm gonna use Omar. She'll say, Omar didn't yell. He didn't raise his voice. He just alleviated himself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask, yo, why? You already know what I'm accepting. I'm not. Say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be with a woman that disrespects my last name. Sorry. Right? There's no yelling. There's no screaming. Right?
Right.
So it's not about control. You're controlling yourself.
Yes.
You don't want to have to control any woman. You're in control of you.
Mm-hmm.
Every action has a reaction and a consequence.
Yeah.
So if you think that's okay, do it.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't do it while you're being my woman. And I'm not going to put my hands on you. I'm not going to scream at you. I'm just going to move away from you.
Dismiss you very respectfully.
1000%.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. I mean, that's what it is. Tip. So like, but I want you to here's the thing too, Tip. Like, oh, we got to understand too. When we're talking to women, and Tip, I want you to hear this too. I want you to put yourself in like a man's shoes who thinks like me and Omar. I already know these kind of talks are not going to fare well to women because it's hampering a woman's ability to do the sneaky shit that they do. So me telling women we don't like, of course she's going to advocate against it. That's like a woman saying a real man does this. It's funny how women always say what real men do. It's always things that puts women in, giving them the advantage, puts them in a position to be able to get away with shit. A real man will raise man's fucking kids. Like a real man will let his girl go out and have guy friends and wear mini skirts and high. Yeah, like so I don't expect women to, like, secretly women agree and they know that's the only way to be in a relationship with a man that they love and respect. But they'll never say they agree because it's going to prevent them from having fun and doing. I mean, and here's the thing: why would women want to stop getting attention from men if they could get away with it?
You just ain't shit.
No,
that's what it boils down to. You ain't shit.
No,
yeah,
it doesn't. Because listen, I don't need. Like, a lot of women don't. I promise you. A lot of women, especially committed women, we don't want the attention.
20% of committed women cheat, though.
It is. No, but literally, it is enough for knowing that people are staring, right? Like, you walk by and the eyes are going. But most women just want to get through their fucking day.
You're going by what you
they're
hear.
thinking about
that's bullshit.
What is for dinner? What contract? I gotta answer these emails. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Now I gotta perform for the husband after I cook dinner when I get home and do the homework. And looking at me. Like, I don't. But what I'm saying is, that's not on the forefront of all of the things that very respectful, successful, humble women that walk this earth right now, getting attention from men is it's not even on their brain. If it happens, cool. Oh, well, somebody said I looked pretty today. I got carded today.
Yeah, last thing I'm gonna say to that, right? Because you said two things and they're contradicting. You said most women don't do that, and then you said women who are humble, committed relationships, good women don't do that. Do you think most women are humble in committed relationships and are good women?
So can I say this, right?
No,
I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer it because I think we are we are a product of our environment, right? So for instance, if I hung out with a bunch of hood rats or whatever, I'm probably gonna have a different opinion. My friends are going to, maybe fit more of the narrative of what you speak of. but my family, my friends,
But
my
generally speaking, about
colleagues,
what you see in
all of
general, though,
those
Tiff, not just your circle,
are
what you see from your circle and from
correct.
society, based off of what you see and what you know so far, do you believe most women are good, humble, and there was something else you said, but do you think most women are that?
I okay.
No, you
I
don't. No, you don't, Tiff.
I'm no, I'm optimistic. I would like to think that the majority of
But
women
what's the
are that
reality of it,
way
Tiff?
after a certain age, right? Because there, I mean, when we talk about the immature woman or the young-minded woman, right? That's a small percentage of the women of the group of women, and I truly believe because that's how God made us. That is what we are wired to be. That the majority of us do kind of follow suit in
So it brings you back to
that
my original
lane.
question, though,
I
Tiff.
think
Do you think most women
mhm.
are good, humble, respectful, committed women? You're lying. You're
Yes, I
lying.
do.
I saw it all on you, Tiff. Come on. Just
Yo,
keep it
Tip not
100.
gonna snitch.
Just
Yo, if
keep
you
it
listen,
100,
Tip
Tiff. That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
keep
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's enough said. That's enough said.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Tip not gonna
yeah,
snitch on the
yeah.
girls.
It's all right. You said enough. That was a win for me.
But I want to ask you guys though, like, okay, like real shit. Who hurt y'all? Like, where are you getting
But
like?
Tiff, how
Oh,
could you
I
ask
no,
a
no,
Do I
because
need
question
to
like
like?
that?
Do I need to
How could you
invite
ask a
y'all?
question like that?
Like,
Who hurt us? When I just asked you, do you think most women are loyal, good, committed, humble women? And you couldn't answer the question. So for you to flip it on us and say, who hurt us? The women that aren't good, loyal, committed, and respectful and humble, that's who hurt us. And that's why we have this general perception about women, the same one that you have and you would stick to the girl code with. That's why we have that same thing. So for you to ask us that, you know the answer.
well, but that's what I'm saying, right? At the end of the day, that's why I said like your environment, right? I've been hurt by men, right? Like, you know what I mean? I get it, but I also still will always have
I have
this
optimism too from a
optimistic
woman. I love women.
outlook on, and I know that not all men are cheaters, not all men are assholes, not all men are users.
real with you, Tiff. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Most men would cheat if they could, and the men who could cheat do. So let's keep it real, right? And the whole thing about who hurt us. Here's the thing, right? Like we have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable truths that come
Mhm.
from sexes. I think women are told you're gonna get this handsome 6 feet guy who's wealthy who's gonna just only fuck you. That's a lie. That's one. The other lie that men are told is you're gonna find a woman's gonna love you for you
Right.
unconditionally. Both are lies. And also, too, this is why I always say women need guidance and women need to be protected because naturally women love attention. Excuse me, women love attention. And a lot of times women don't even want to sleep with the men that they're getting attention from. They just love the fucking attention. This is why a woman will go on a dating app and not even be interested in these guys. It's just like a ego boost for them.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that as men, we don't even want that. But we can't lie and say that women are not they don't view attention as currency. Women love attention. How many guys I know that say, "Yo, I thought I was gonna smash, but she ghosted me. She just wanted your validation.
You're
She
right.
she doesn't even want to fuck you, bro. She just wants to like know you like her. She wants you to just boost her up. But we're saying is that when you have a husband or a man that you're involved with that you love and respect, it's respectful be uh to not put yourself in positions to garner attention. That's what we're saying. Because I'm not naive. I don't give a fuck how much a woman loves me. She's still a woman,
But
right?
that's what I'm saying, right? But she's still a woman. What does that mean?
What does it mean? Is that it means that women are going to prioritize their needs first, right? Because of their biology, they have to be selfish, right? See, here's the thing: a woman's mating strategy is built around being selfish because women are the weaker sex. So to ensure that her child could survive, she had to ensure that she was taken care of first. This is why it's called. I forgot the name of it. It's like a psychological. it's like the study where is that they wanted to know how women could get over breakups and be so cold was because back in the day, if a woman's husband was to die, that could potentially lead to death for her and her child. So she had to be able to attach to the strongest man, right, that she can get to. So even now, right, from just evolution, women are still wired to be susceptible to the strongest man, the man that can give them and offer them the most. And it's not something that you could control, could control consciously. This is just how women are wired. This is why a lot of times men are crying and, oh my God, I couldn't believe she did this, because you don't understand women. But when you understand women, you know how to deal with them accordingly. That's what I'm saying. Because, like you said, women are emotional. Women are not loyal to you; they're loyal to their emotions. So even though they might not fuck the guy at their job, she likes how he gives her attention. He might say something to her that you haven't said. He might make her feel special in that moment. Then it's the next thing you know is
And the
she's
last thing I'll
emotionally
say to
cheating.
that, Mom,
Right.
that's a
You know what I'm
dangerous
saying?
game, right? This is why
Yeah.
it needs because the woman, she might go into the situation with that coworker having a conversation, thinking nothing is going to happen, but now he's spitting that ism to you, and all of a sudden, now your panties is down.
Like,
You're looking to creep on your man because this guy has penetrated your mind. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's just best to keep the door closed off the rip. You just don't leave it open. That conversation needs to be dead because she wants attention, and it just may start as, oh, I just want to feel like somebody's looking at me. But then now this person is looking at you. You're building up a rapport, 8 hours a day. Now, next thing you know,
mhm.
you're sneaking out. You're in his bed. You're having sex with him in his car. Then you're going back to your man and you're lying. Just dead it off the rip. That's the last thing I'll say to
Facts.
that.
And I think you guys, like, honestly, when you made the comment about like how a woman can turn cold, I think that a lot of times what happens is they have to tap into their masculine energy. And so when they do that, that soft feminine energy is dim. That light is dimmed because what does she have to do? Yes, she possibly had to find a masculine husband to replace, if we're talking about, years ago. But in that moment, yes, she has to do whatever she needs to be able to do to survive for her and her children. She taps into the masculine, and that makes her cold
Yeah.
because now she's in survival mode, right? And that's what it really is. And I think a lot of times men,
But she's not in survival mode thinking that she could just do better, right? Survival mode was her husband really died. I'm saying that sometimes evolution, you can't really control how far it's going to go, right?
right, no,
But I get what you're
absolutely. And
saying.
with evolution, that's why I feel like a lot of women are masculine right now, right? And they
Yeah.
come off cold hearted, but it's really because they're not able to be soft, right? They're not able to live in their feminine because they're working. They're
So
the
would
head
you
of the
would you accept a
household.
man
They're
saying,
raising multiple.
"Listen, I'm just gonna be in this feminine energy until a woman comes along that puts me in my masculine because I'm staying home. I don't have a woman around. I'm not working right now, like going out in the field and doing it. But so I'm not really. I'm just gonna be a feminine man. Would you accept that? So it's the same
See?
way around. If a woman is feminine, she's feminine. You get what I'm saying? We have to know when to turn this on and when to
But
turn
I'm
this off.
but absolutely, but and you know what, we touched about this a little bit in another podcast about like mothers have to
Yes,
tap
I agree.
into their masculinity, you know what I mean, and things like that. It just takes the right guy to be able to push the right buttons, to, you know what I mean. But that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of times a lot of women, especially nowadays, get a bad rep because they have their grandmothers, their mothers, and now them have been in their masculine
I hear
for
you.
so long that it comes off rough and
Right.
hard and cold, and it's just because they don't know how to tap into that
I understand.
feminine energy. So I
No,
just,
I understand. I
I'm
understand.
a girl's girl. So, you know, it's like, okay, you can call them cold hearted or whatever, but like let's really break it down and see for what it really
Got you.
is. You
No,
know what I
I hear
mean?
you. That makes sense.
No, no, definitely, definitely. I love this conversation because it gives us a chance to see each other's, like, um, ideas and thoughts about this topic. It's
Yeah.
interesting. We definitely have to come back and talk about this a little bit more. But I love
Yes,
this
sir.
conversation. I
Appreciate
appreciate you guys.
Ooh,
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you, Tiffany. Thank you so much.
yes.
This has been insightful. I'm getting a chance to hear what you guys think about
Yes,
this
sir.
topic. I appreciate it.
Thank
And,
you.
and we'll bring more guests in too, so we can like have more opinions.
Right. Dope. Yes, sir. See you.